Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is the indicators analysis where we're gonna dive a little bit deeper, of course, with each indicator like the RSI, the MACD, the volumes, also KGT as well, to see how it works with our Elliott wave analysis and price prediction. And of course, yesterday you saw the deep analysis where we have, of course, two possibilities in our scenarios where we might have finished our bull run. In one possibility, finished short as a short bull run. And yeah, possibly we still have a little bit a longer bull run with triple 1-2s, which is our scenario, of course, that we see always here with triple 1-2s. So you can see that we are already in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yes, we are very close to finish as this a wave 5 for this cycle. And we are already in triple 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 here, as you can see in the yellow, orange, and white. Now we have finished, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the white, and then even possibly the wave 4 in the orange, as you can see. We are looking still for a wave 5 in the orange scenario. And of course, in that case, we are still looking for higher prices in case, of course, we are still in this bullish scenario 5 and then for 5 to finish around the 130k probably, of course. And yeah, in that case, we're gonna look after a strength, a signal, of course, to start to buy. Now, of course, your second bearish scenario, which it might be a finished bull run, as we said yesterday in the deep analysis as well, that we might have here a longer WXY. And this is a zigzag for W and another flat for your X here, and A, B, C, D, E as a triangle for your wave Y. And by all means, your wave 4 for this big impulse has finished exactly with the wave E here. And you got here kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a contracting diagonal for your wave 1, and then a wave 2 here, of course, and then 3, 4, and a 5. And in that case, of course, you might have finished your wave 5 here for this impulse, and you might start, of course, to look towards the downside. Now, the only thing that I see here, it gives the lower possibility for this scenario, is that you are still corrective, where you have A, B, and a C. And when you have three-wave corrective and not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an impulse, that means, of course, this is still looking for higher prices, knowing that, of course, we did not probably finished this ABC flat, A, B, and a C, because your wave C might reach, of course, even lower prices than this price here for Bitcoin. So this is a case scenario where we have those double scenarios. Now, which one it can unfold? So on the 1 hour chart, just also to let you know what it might happen in the next hours. So we were expecting that we have finished an A, B, and a C here, probably finished, but finished, of course, in ending diagonal, and that was because of the volume, right? Giving us this higher amount of volume in your wave 1 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, yeah, for a diagonal where the volume start to, of course, decrease, starting with yeah, each one of them. Now, another possibility can be, of course, here if we go on the 4 hour chart, you can see that even this might be your wave 3, right, on the 4 hour chart. But knowing that, yes, also the diagonal is very, very clear here with the volume, where you see the volume is moving towards the downside 1, 2, and 3 times, right, for each wave. Now, what is a possibility that it might still be a bigger impulse here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That is a minor possibility, guys, where the volume, yeah, did not give like a really accurate price action, I would say, because yeah, that's not normal, to be honest, for a volume to not give an accurate price action. But I think that if we get lower prices, I think that we are finished even in this low. So we might still dive a little bit deeper, but I still believe that we will not take the low. However, if we take the low, knowing that the volume did not give us this signal, that this is a wave 3 here, 4 and a 5, and that means your wave 5 might reach, of course, lower prices, preferably to take out this one, this low. By having this low, expect, of course, higher prices again to move towards the upside. Unless if we are still here a finished wave 1 and then 2 and then 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. Other possibility is if this doesn't, this probably that this is a contracting diagonal. If it is not for a wave 1, it can be a zigzag, right? It can be 3 waves towards the upside. And don't forget that this can still be a contracting diagonal towards the upside as well. So true, we might see lower prices, of course, for a wave 2 probably. Preferably that we don't break the 886. Here we go. So these are our targets for a wave 2. Preferably we don't break the 886, but don't forget that the 886 is also a wave 2 for a contracting diagonal. So if we take the low, guys, therefore, yeah, consider that we're gonna take, of course, these lows here. Probably we're gonna reach the 90,000, of course, for 0.38 fib level. Now, if we bring back as well the targets for an expanding flat here as an A B, and a C, your wave C as an expanding flat are almost in confluence with your 0.38 fib level. And therefore, I think the most critical area that we might bottom, of course, is this price action at 90,000 exactly, which is a psychological number as well, which is perfect, right, for a reversal and start to looking for higher prices. Of course, if in case we break this 1, 2 and we invalidate it, therefore it might be 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, finished A, B and a C, and start to move towards the upside impulsively. Of course, to be reanalyzed, but yeah, we need a signal of strength at that time, and of course some CVDs on KGT or other signals on indicators. So what we would like to see, of course, is a 5 ways up, 3 ways down, and the price action breaking this top. So yeah, this is for Elliott wave and regarding the volume as an indicator. Now, if we would like to dive a little bit deeper, let's see on the KGT with the 15-minute chart. As you can see, we are still in a sell signal from the top here, right? Your buy signal is still given from the bottom of this impulse, guys, since the bull run. And now we got this sell on the top for the first time, of course, for the first week. So that probably tells us, of course, that right now that the sellers in the top are, the volume of the sellers is larger than the volume of the buyers in the bottom. And that, of course, will bring the price under pressure and bring it for lower prices, of course. Now, don't forget that the CVDs are the most thing that we are looking for, the most important thing that we are looking for. And as you can see, the last bullish CVDs on the 200 here, we see that there is a lower CVDs, but the price from this signal and the price from this signal is also lower. So there is no divergence, right? There is no divergence, and then there is no really strong signal towards the upside. Now, the good thing is now we will start to see some divergence. So that will work exactly with our Elliott wave analysis. As you can see, this last one, if we get now a new bullish signal after, of course, having some low prices here, this CVD will get lower, but the price will be creating a divergence. So if we get with a price higher than this low, and of course the CVD is already under this, is already right now under this this signal, so definitely this is a divergence. It will be a divergence where the price might start to move towards the upside. So that's really nice from KGT here to see that yes, a big chance that this still a wave 1 and we can get a wave 2 and then 3, 4, 5 continuation towards the upside. Yeah, so this is regarding KGT. Of course, if you are interested in KGT, you can find all the description, all the details in the description below how to get it, of course, including Bitcoin and 13 other coins from altcoins, the most important one. You can find it all in the description. So let's move on the RSI here. For example, the RSI, let's find what is saying to us. So on the RSI, preferably, let's see here on the 1 hour chart, if we have some, nothing. Still nothing on the 1 hour chart, unless this divergence, but it already played. But let me just make this one a little bit thicker so you can see it better. So the only one divergence here we see, or convergence, is here. It's already played, but it's not very, I mean, it was for the wave 1, yeah. So basically here there is nothing in this area, also not for the bearish as well. Yeah, I don't see any significant signals. Yeah, on the 4 hour chart as well, we are still okay, nothing. And on the daily, yes, this is interesting. On the daily, you can see a big signal. For example, this one from here to there, and this one. This is very interesting, that this divergence might start to create, of course, higher prices. Now we saw the wave 1, and yeah, so this is kind of like a confirmation as well that this might be a start of an impulse, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 towards the upside, probably, of course. If we break this low, then of course we will finish one more leg and then start to move towards the upside. All right, so that is the only signal, which is bullish, of course, for the RSI. Nice. Let's move to the MACD. In the MACD, we can see maybe a little bit the daily directly and the weekly, because those are the most important on the MACD. So on the daily, yeah, okay, yeah, of course, we are in a red volume towards the downside. Now, it's not necessarily that, of course, this can dive deep, very deep, but yeah, it looks like it is opening. So it might comes and rest on the 0 here as a support, while this volume is filling out with white or with lighter volume, and that means this might start to move towards the upside, guys. Don't forget that always the middle of your volume here on the MACD can start to be bullish. You cannot consider that if I see a red here, that means okay, always it is bearish. If this will start to move towards the upside with light color, that means of course bullish, and even the half of the green is gonna be bullish, the half of it is gonna be bearish. So yeah, basically this also trend line might of course have the bullish cross exactly here when we start to have some green volume, and then of course start to moving again towards the downside for a wave 4 in the white scenario. So this move towards the upside might be your wave 5 in the white here. As you can see, if we get this volume here filled up, and of course the trend start to move, of course, with a bullish cross. So this here can fill up, of course, is this wave 5. This is more than enough to finish a wave 5. Once you start to fill, of course, your green, once you finished your green volume and start to move with a lighter color, you might start to fill, of course, your wave 4 in the white scenario. And in that case, of course, with your white scenario, yeah, we might dive even deeper again. So this might start to move a little bit lower. So your trend might move lower than the 0 here. and we might have a deeper wave 4, nobody knows, and then move with a final wave 5 to finish, of course, this bull run. Very, very possible. But of course, this is a very, very long futuristic one. But let's see how it's gonna happen first here. Most probably that, okay, everything is fine with our scenario, bullish scenario for a wave of 5. This is what we are looking for. The weekly, yeah, of course, the weekly, as you can see, we have started to see some, let me just turn off this one. Yeah. On the weekly, we have started to see some light green, right? And that is kind of like a signal, of course, that we might start to have some corrections here. Don't forget, it's still one candle. We can get a new weekly candle here moving towards the upside. It doesn't mean, of course, that you're done here. If you're seeing, of course, only the light green, it can still be going a little bit higher and then even going back to the light green. So all what you need is just one candle, one green candle for your volume on the weekly, because in 1 week we can finish, of course, this wave towards the upside and then continue with a light one to move, of course, lower. So these are the things for MACD. One last indicator I would like to show is the Bollinger Band. Bollinger Bands, here we go. So on the Bollinger Bands, I'm not interested on the weekly. I'm more interested for it on the 4-hour chart. Yes, this is what I would like to see. As you can see, the green band, the lower band, is before the low. And that means a 1-2 is very, very possible to just hit the lower band and start to move towards the upside. So that is a very, very nice indication from the Bollinger Band. Now on the 1-hour chart, it might start to stretch a little bit and then, of course, start to move towards the upside. But interesting is the 4-hour chart. It shows exactly that there is some support here that it might, of course, move towards the upside, working perfectly with our scenario 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. So yeah, that was it for the indicators analysis for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching and thank you for your likes and comment. If you are interested also in KGT and in our Discord community, you can find all the details again in the description below. Have a nice weekend. See you in the next one. Bye bye.